Okay, today on Cabal Cast, we're going to be in Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath to do a 2 versus 2 video commentary. Found this game on the members tab of GameReplays.org. It has a couple of wubs. We have Death Sentence and his partner OneVision, playing on Team 1, and Team 2 is Phoenix and Cabal, which is Dimitery. So it's going to be a GDI versus Random and Nod, and we have Rockets here. So we got the Rockets back. Hopefully he's going to be playing some Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath soon. I'd love to cast and replays from him. He's a very good player, 2v2 player. And we're going to be on Tournament Shaft. So Tournament Shaft makes my first appearance here on my channel, and I love this map. It's a lot of fun. So here we have Dimitery's playing as the blue GDI, and his partner to the north of him is Phoenix, aka Steve Nash. He's playing as the orange GDI, so it's left versus right. And down in the top right, we see OneVision's playing as the pink GDI Forces. He's going to be GDI Vanilla, so it's going to be a vanilla matchup here. And Death Sentence is going to be the only Nod faction here, so he's going to be Nod Vanilla down in the bottom right here. So all four of these players are going to go see if they can capture some tip spikes. We see Dimitery's going to have a couple of Rifleman Squad scouts here, and they obviously wreck Milton Squads, and he's going to capture this tip spike, no problems there. He did manage to build a Saboteur Death Sentence, so he's going to be losing on $500 unless Dimitery captures the tip spike, which I don't think he has an engineer. Oh, he does have an engineer, so he will open his shadow teams here. I think Dimitery spotted that. He may have spotted it, may have not spotted it, I'm not too sure. But it looks like Dimitery, he's going to lose his power plant. He's probably lose his power plant, so he won't be able to place his war factory down, and this is going to be very bad. Will he manage to do it? Oh, he does manage to do it. Oh, that was a little bit of a misclick or a little bit of a glitch. I'm not sure what happened, but he did manage to stop the power plant there from building, so that's going to be slow Dimitery down just a little bit. Death Sentence did not capture that tip spike there. He did manage to capture this one, so he did get $500 back, but with that extra engineer, he's not going to be able to get it back, though. Same thing with Dimitery. He didn't get that engineer into that tip spike. Meanwhile, Phoenix and OneVision are going to be fighting in the top half of the map here. Nobody captured the tip spike there. So Phoenix captured one, and Death Sentence captured one. And Phoenix is going to go for a Pitbull Scout, so he's going to be going around the map to see what he can find in terms of forces from Death Sentence and OneVision. All four of these players are going to be teching up and building up with their refineries and war factories and harvesters. Just classic build stuff here. Since Death Sentence went for an extra engineer, he's not going to be able to get his refinery on fast enough, so he's actually not building anything out of his construction just yet. So, because he went for those shadow teams. So he's going to be a little bit behind. Dimitery, because he lost that early power plant, he is behind as well. So the bottom players are going to be behind in the race here. So it's going to be up to Phoenix and or OneVision to carry the team, while Death Sentence and Dimitery are going to be setting up their economies. And Dimitery just got his second harvester out just now, and his refinery is going to be a little bit delayed. For Death Sentence, he went for 4 refineries, so maybe, or 4 harvesters, I should say, not refineries. He probably sold one of his refineries off just to get that fourth harvester out, so he can capture or get a fifth harvester with the second refinery. Jesus Christ, I'm screwed today. But those shadow teams are causing a little bit of problems for Steve Nash. He lost that power plant, so he's down on the power just for a little bit. And those shadow teams are going to be revealed now, but they can't do very much damage against reference squad scouts, because that's their specialty, is just wrecking infantry. And because Steve Nash is going to lose his power plant, he's not going to be able to get up and out that watchtower because of the low power. And those Pitbulls are going to chase that shadow team away. One shadow team goes down, so now he's just on one. So the shadow team is just going to be for scouting purposes now. He can't destroy any power plants with it. And he's going to garrison in this structure. Nope, that's just I thought that Phoenix was going to be able to destroy that shadow team, but apparently not. Dimitery has finally got his second refinery out now, and he's got 5 and 2 in this field, which is the perfect ratio. For Death Sentence, he's going to be going for double war factory Scorpion tanks, because a bike buggy it's not reliable in this map because there's too many corridors and chokes. OneVision has been exploding out his economy. He's got 4 and 2 in this expansion field over here, which is a fantastic ratio. What I like about Tournament Shaft is that there's like 3 places to expand, and they're all relatively easy to capture and keep alive, which I find is amazing. And just like other people here, Tournament Shaft is definitely one of my favorite 2v2 maps, I should say. It's not played very often, which is a shame, but I like playing on it. And we see 5 Pitbulls here from Dimitery, just going to go on the base of Death Sentence to see what he can find. And he does see that there's Scorpion tanks going towards his base, and if Death Sentence is lucky, he can definitely get a harvester here. because Dimitery may not be able to save one of his harvesters, and that harvester glitches out, so he's going to be going in the back of a refinery, which is a great idea to keep his harvester alive. So those Scorpion tanks weren't able to get any harvesters, though. They were able to get one pit bull, but that's about it. These Scorpion tanks are going to stay inside the base of Dimitery, and they may be able to get another harvester, or one harvester at least. And will they get one? Oh, they get one! Oh, Dimitery loses a harvester unnecessarily. He should have, his forces should have finished off those Scorpion tanks, no problems. But apparently he wasn't able to do that. There's a couple more Scorpion tanks inside the expansion of Dimitery, and with a construction yard and a war factory and a refinery there. So he's probably will not, he definitely is not going to lose another harvester because there's not enough forces here to defend this. And in the meantime, up north here, those Scorpion tanks have gone to the base of Phoenix, and Phoenix is going to lose one of his harvesters, which is almost a load of green tip, so that's green tip that Phoenix is not going to be able to refine, which in turn is not going to be important for money. OneVision has been left all alone in the north, in the top right here, so he's going to be building up a ton of forces, and he has double war factory predator tank production, so he's going to be going pretty hard for predator tanks, and he's actually going to be attacking Dimitery, so Dimitri's going to be in a lot of trouble right now, and he's a couple of harvesters are in the red now, and he may be able to lose a couple of them if Vision focus fires, but Vision not focus firing. Oh, he just managed to snipe off that one harvester, which is a nice pickup there, but Vision's going to lose all his predator tanks. All those predator tanks just for one harvester. That wasn't a good trade-off there. But now Phoenix is going to be counter-striking against OneVision, and OneVision has these garrisonal structures. We could put in rocket squads here, but there's quite a bit of predator tanks here, and there's another war factory here. So Vision, they sold off that one war factory at his main base. So now Phoenix is going to be attacking with rocket squads and predator tanks, and this may do a whole lot of damage against OneVision. He is targeting the harvesters, and the harvesters are in full retreat. And now more predator tanks are reinforcing this force here, and OneVision is going to be getting completely demolished here. A lot of his predator tanks are going down. Maybe lose one of his harvesters. Two of his harvesters are going down. And now since Phoenix did a lot of damage, he should probably pull out to save a bunch of his predator tanks, though. What's happening up here? Those pit bulls from Dimitery are going to be going in the base of OneVision, doing a little bit of harvester harassment, but these Scorpion tanks from Death Sentence are going to be finishing him off. No problems there. A lot of refineries here from Dimitery, so he's even going a heavy eco. And he's even stealing Tiberium off this field here from Phoenix. This is Phoenix's stuff here. And now with Fox Souls and Rocket Squads, OneVision is going to be counterattacking Phoenix now. And now there's a heroic reference squad inside that Fox Soul, and he's going to do a ton of damage on those missile squads. So Phoenix is going to be defending this off pretty good. There's a couple of missile squads here for defense. And a couple of his predator tanks are in the red, but he should be able to defend his low on power, which is not very good. He's even bringing in more predator tanks, so this is like a huge predator tank massacre here. Meanwhile, Death Sentence has a lot of Scorpion tanks here. They do have dozer blades, so that's going to help. And he even has a crane here, so he's going to be doing double. He has no intention of moving his MCV. He's just going to base creep to his expansion right here. He's even using his harvesters to leech off this fielder here, which is a great idea as well. And Dimitery, now that he's established full economy on this field, he's going to be going for double MCV, so he's going to be going for maybe a tech lab and then a heavy base defense push. MCV is going to be coming in right here, and this is going to be causing a lot of problems for Death Sentence. He's going to be going and fencing up that construction yard, and now he's going to be placing down structures and base defenses. I wonder where his tech lab is. His tech lab has been built yet. I don't think it has. Oh, there is a tech lab. Okay, so he's going for some heavy tier 3 base defenses, and now OneVision is going to be attacking Phoenix, and Phoenix is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He doesn't have. Oh, there's a sonic emitter. Oh, but that's by Dimitri. So Dimitri is going to be helping out his ally, and places down a sonic emitter, and this should be able to take out these predator tanks from OneVision. No problems there. The power goes on for a brief second, and one brief second. All that matters manages to take out that one sonic emitter. And now some orcas are going to be coming on now by Phoenix, so he's in a little bit of desperation here. And these orcas should do pretty good damage on these predator tanks from OneVision. And another sonic emitter from Dimitri's going to be helping out Phoenix and pushing this force away here. I'm not sure if OneVision's at tier 3 yet. I don't think he's at tier 2. No, he's at tier 1 still. He's just building predator tanks and rocket squads here, a lot of them. While Dimitri's at tier 3, he's got some juggernauts here. Death Sentence might be in a little bit of trouble. He has tier 3 of his own, but I don't think he has any Spectre artillery to speak of. He just has a bunch of Scorpion tanks, and now he's just going to be shelling the space with Juggernauts. And Juggernauts are going to be on the cards now and doing a ton of damage to Dimitri, Death Sentence's base. Forced to sell off one of his war factories, which is not very good. He does pull out a couple of avatars, but with the sonic emitters, they're going to be doing a ton of damage with those Juggernauts here from Dimitery. And now Dimitery is going to be helping out his ally, just supporting up Phoenix while he gets his economy back up in order with his own Predator tanks. And now these Orcas are doing a ton of damage to the Harvesters of OneVision. OneVision doesn't have a whole lot of anti-air here. That Orca Strike finishes off that Harvester, and another Harvester will go down. So 3 Harvesters is down by OneVision. And because that OneVision did not tech up, he's going to be in behind in the tech race, although that Phoenix is at tier 2 as well, so he has Orcas. So OneVision had to do something to help take out Phoenix, because Dimitery's doing all the work in the world now against Death Sentence. And now we see a forward Reclamator hub here going for a Marv. These avatars are not going to be reliable. So now Dimitery is going to be pushing into the base of Death Sentence, and now Death Sentence does have a Spectre Artillery. He could be coordinating with his ally, saying that he could take it out with his Orcas, but just in case, just that matters, there's an Obelisk of Light here, which should help out to take out those Juggernauts here. We see a single vertical bomber from a Death Sentence. So he's trying to hold on here in stubborn desperation, but with this Reclamator hub here, he could be in a little bit of trouble, because if that Marv spits out if that Marv comes out of that Reclamator hub, it's definitely going to be tough times for Death Sentence. He obviously comes back with a lot of forces, but with this amount of DPS here from OneVision, or not from OneVision, from Dimitery, it's just going to be very, very tough. Up north, we see a couple of Scorpion tanks here from Death Sentence, so he's doing a little bit of damage to Phoenix, but not a whole lot, though that airfield survives. So he does have laser capacitors, so that's going to help him out quite a bit. If he wants to build some Venoms, he could, but he's just going for some Vertigo Bombers instead, which is a great idea. The Marv is out finally. He could be going for a couple of Zone Troopers here, and now those Predator tanks from OneVision is going to be flanking around the side of the map here. And Death Sentence is in dire straits. He's in a lot of trouble, but he did manage to lose his Marv. Oh, that's a big loss there by oh, jeez, I keep getting the names right. That's a big loss there by Dimitery. He even loses a couple of his Juggernauts here, so that's pretty bad here now. But those Predator tanks are going to be coming in the base, and they could take out the air tower. And will they take out the air tower? Oh my god, they can take out the air tower with the 4 verticals on it. Oh, that's huge. That is huge. Even more forced to sell off that the Timber Chemical Plant. Oh, that is massive. Huge. Oh, boy. So now Death Sentence just lost his ability to take out Dimitery. I'm not sure if this is going to be working out here. All the Tiberium has been harvested on this expansion here by Dimitery. He managed to lose a couple of his Juggernaut husks because OneVision has Orcas of his own, and Phoenix is taking the opportunity to push into the base of OneVision because he doesn't have a whole lot of forces here. Actually, if any forces to speak of at the moment. So this could be the end for OneVision unless he can pull out something miraculous. He doesn't have tier 3 yet. And a supersonic airstrike coming in from, that was probably Phoenix, and taking out all those Orcas. So that's pretty good there. And now OneVision is in deep trouble. There's an Orca Strike coming in. This Orca Strike could be doing a lot of damage to these Predator tanks, and they do! That was a nice Orca Strike there, and taking out 3 of those Predator tanks. But OneVision, he hasn't gone tier 3 this entire game. He's just focusing on tier 2. And in order to win this game, because Juggernauts would have been perfect, because Phoenix hasn't been on tier 3 as well until just a couple of minutes ago. But he's pushing in with just tier 1 Predator tanks and APCs. So, and I'm not sure why Vision didn't tech up. Maybe he just thought that Predator tanks and Rocket Sweats would be the powerhouse force faction here. So now that Death Sentence is pushing with his avatars, but against Sonic Emitters, that's not going to do a whole lot of damage. Although that Dimitery doesn't have a whole lot of forces here. He actually has some Orcas here, so that'll take out that last remaining avatar. And now Death Sentence, he doesn't have any forces left. It seems that every time when a person or a player builds up to a huge amount of forces, they lose it instantly to something else. And then the other team pushes into their base and they lose their forces. So it's like a very high game where lots of forces and then instantly no. There's a flame tank here from Death Sentence, and that instantly gets spotted there by those Orcas. And now Dimitery is doing a little bit of cleanup of the Harvesters from Death Sentence. He even had another tip chemical plant, but he couldn't support that. And now here comes another Orca Strike coming in and takes another Harvester. That Pipple is providing some great anti-stealth. And that once Tiberium Samtar with the tip core is going to be pushing out the way those Orcas. So now Vision actually managed to hold off against Phoenix for a little bit, although he has Juggernauts here. So Juggernauts is going to be on the cards now for Phoenix. And against Predator tanks, it's going to be pretty good, especially since when Phoenix has his own Predator tanks with APCs. So Vision, not sure, yeah, he has Orcas, so that's gonna be very good. But again, what does he have against Juggernauts? He needs tech. But with the amount of economy he has, I'm not sure if he can support it anymore. So, as not building anything out of his construction just yet. Dimitery has been quiet for a little bit here. He's trying to get another Marv from his Reclamator hub, and we see a single Black Hound squad here, a couple Black Hound squads here trying to finish off that Reclamator hub, and he doesn't have any anti-infantry that he throws on the Sonic Field just to get up a little bit of armor. And now that construction is under attack now by that with those Orcas, and now the Orcas from OneVision is going to take out that one single Juggernaut, so that saves that MCV, but Descent decides to sell it off just because the Marv is back out now, and Dimitery should be able to finish off Descent. No questions about this. Here comes a airplane, drops down some mines, and throws down a sensor tower here. But that did a lot of damage to the Marv. He took out about half health. OneVision's has an Orca Strike coming in here from Phoenix, and if OneVision does move his forces, it could destroy his Pitbulls. And takes out one Pitbull and damages a couple of Scorpion Predator tanks, which is very nice. These Orcas here from OneVision doing a ton of damage on those Harvesters from Dimitery. So Dimitri's going to lose 3 Harvesters unnecessarily. So he doesn't have any anti-air to speak of. But I don't think it matters because he's pushing into Death Sentence's base, and Death Sentence just builds a flame tank here. It destroys his last war factory, so he can't build another MCV even if he wanted to. He just has a Hand of Nod and an air tower remaining. He's trying to build Fanatics, but Fanatics can't do a whole lot of damage against Rifleman Squad Scouts, so that's going to be pretty good, especially since we have AP ammo. So Dimitery is just going to be pushing into Death Sentence's base and destroying him, but he left the Flame Tank here, so the Flame Tank is going to be doing a little bit of cleanup of the backside of the base here. And where's the Orcas? The Orcas need to come in and destroy that Flame Tank before it does a ton of damage. And that Tech Lab is going to be going down from Dimitery. He forced to sell it off. Here comes the Orcas, and that one shot should take out the Flame Tank. And that was Death Sentence's last hope of destroying Dimitery. And now that Phoenix is going to be pushing in into the base, he does have a couple of Zone Trooper Squad Scouts here, so that's pretty good. He also has a bunch of Predator tanks here, and the Firehawks are coming in. Death Sentence has been defeated, and I think OneVision is going to be falling up soon after. And there goes OneVision. So pretty. That was. It wasn't a good game, but it was decent. I would say it was decent. I'll put it that way. 17 minutes. Skip all that. Unit scrapped, it was up and down for everybody because everybody had a lot of forces and they just dropped. A lot of forces dropped, a lot of forces dropped. So that was the mainstay of the game here. Structures, who cares? Resources, Phoenix had the most resources. Death Sentence had the most up for a couple minutes there, and then he just dropped because he just lost all of those Harvesters. And then stats will go to Team 1. So Team 1, who the hell was Team 1? Was it? I can't remember. Everything was the same. I think, oh yeah, Team 1 was Death Sentence and OneVision, so it was 294,286, and the Team 2 had 315,927, so just about $9,000, no, $12,000 in favor of Team 1. Alright, so there's your game on Tournament Shaft. My name is Cabal, and I'll see you guys next time.